If you haven't watched the previous parts, go watch them right now. The links are pinned in the comments and in the description.
He looks at the apple seed he had swallowed while he imagines the dungeon to be a place of wonders. He picks up the apple seed, selects some tomatoes, sweet potatoes, and green onion roots, places them in the ground, and then waters them. This man seemed to be quite self-satisfied and driven to live till these plants produce fruit. He examines the crops that have been sown with excitement because they will be his future means of subsistence. Sane is shocked as he hears a loud noise coming from the dungeon, fearing it might be creatures. As the light pours over him, he is surprised to see a blue moon. Our guy appears to struggle as his body begins to feel weaker as the screeching becomes more intense and frightening. He is terrified by the circumstances when he unexpectedly sees a black dragon gliding in the sky during the solar eclipse. He considers how gorgeous the black dragon is as he glances at him, but before he can believe what he sees, our guy falls to the ground and collapses. After a while, Saja's phone alarm starts buzzing and he finally wakes up. He grabs his phone and is flabbergasted when he finds out that he was passed out for 2 whole days. Feeling shocked, he gets up and finds himself in pain with an intensely sore back, and his body feels a lot weaker and exhausted. He observes something when he is sitting near the large plant. After seeing the green onion,
If you liked this episode, then don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. The next episode of this manhwa will be released once this part reaches 1,000 views or 5 comments requesting the next part.
He planted grow into enormous plants. His physical aches vanish in an instant. Sane couldn't help but wonder how all of this was possible because the green onions had grown so quickly in just 2 days. Since he had seen on TV that plants may alter their behavior in different environments or temperatures, he considers the possibility that something in the dungeon must have affected the plant's growth. Our boy moves on to watch the other crops and looks at the cute little sprouts from the tomato seeds that have grown out of the soil while the green onions plants are blocking their sunlight. Our fell then starts harvesting those tough and big green onion plants. Thinking how they taste, he happily crunches on the green onions and suddenly the spice kicks in, burning his mouth on fire as his head is about to explode from green onions that were spicy as hell. In that moment of pain, he dunks his face right into the water stream. Our guy is taken aback by the concentrated flavor of the green onions as they are double spicier than the normal ones and decides to eat the rest of them when he craves spicy food, eating his leftover cherry tomatoes. In the next scene, it is revealed to us that the sun never sets in the dungeon. Each floor of the dungeon experiences a solar eclipse, and this phenomenon is known as a blue moon. However, it only occurs on the 10th floor and above, which makes Sane believe that he is not on the first floor as he did witness a blue moon while chewing on his raw sweet potato. He also thinks of that black dragon that appeared in the sky during the blue moon, assuming that he was not imagining things. This takes us back to 10 years ago when the Black Tower came into existence. Through the years, many guilds have come into form. One of them is Phoenix, which is the largest guild that recently cleared and moved up to the 37th floor. In contrast, the other guilds are extremely cautious regarding the
If you liked this episode, then don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. The next episode of this manhwa will be released once this part reaches 1,000 views or 5 comments requesting the next part.
Information on the 31st to 37th floor, considering it highly confidential. However, the information about the sub-30th floors is loaded on the internet for marketing, which reveals that floors 2 through 10 are swarming with skeletons, 11 through 20 have goblins, 21 through 30 are charged with ogres, and the 31st floor is rumored to have spiders. While different kinds of monsters occupy all the floors, no one has ever mentioned a dragon, which leads Seijin to speculate that he might have been mistaken and wonders what floor he is on. He looks up at the sky and thinks maybe he's stuck on the floor that even top warriors can't reach. His moment of contemplation is suddenly interrupted when something drips on his face, thinking that it might be raining. Out of the dungeon comes a small creature. He is actually being peered at by an adorable little bunny. Leaps in his direction. Over his head, the drooling bunny rushes in the direction of the green onion plants. Seijin cuts off a green onion plant and gives it to the cute bunny to eat, assuming that he is not your typical bunny. While the rabbit consumes the plant, our boy inspects his larger green onion plants and feels compelled to trim them twice daily. The charming rabbit begins to sound as though it is speaking to someone while he consumes his vegetables. It looks like another bunny had joined Sane to eat his farm crops. The bunny jumps into the cave like a ninja wearing a classic classy hat and a tiny apron carrying a watering can. It seems like an adorable team of farmers has come to assist him. Our boy looks in utter astonishment and realizes that they are a couple. I mean, a bunny couple joins our poor guy, who is alone in a dungeon. It seems that bunnies are luckier than our sad kid when it comes to finding love. The plants continue to flourish every day as the sun shines brightly over the cave. The adorable bunny couple starts working on the fields, watering the plants and chopping the green onions that have outgrown. They appear to love their work together as they sing together. Our lonely guy, meanwhile, enjoys the view of the bunny couple working together harmoniously and lovingly while he thinks they look nice together. Lost in the thought, he figures something out, and it turns out that the bunny couple wants to live with him in the cave. Baffled, he reconsiders his decision and hesitates to keep the bunnies along with him. However, the bunnies are hellbent on staying as they try to convince him, and they come up with a super clever trick. With their eyes fixated on Sane, they start staring at him with their big sparkly eyes and adorable fur face that no one could resist.
Hey, quick fact, 97% of you watching aren't subscribed. If you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button. It's free, helps the channel grow, and keeps you in the loop. Thanks for your support.